Do you need any help?
Thanks, but I don't even know where to start. Let me hold on to the letter. Anything related to Danfang's past should be handled with care.
You look so sad.
When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the Shackling prison. I thought Imbibiter Lunae had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years...
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone? Or must I utter that tongue-twister of a name?
Do it.
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, Jet.
You flat.
We made a choice, go fight against your fate. They will come with a blaze. They will wake up a dead man and crowd in this torment world somehow. Unchain the sword not to kill. Unchain the sword to rend those towns above ground. Wake up and start together now. Forget about the rules, we don't know what about. There was chasers of light, find a way or we get lost. We have no way to know where they all headed for. See the light from afar, just blaze through the thorns. No, it's right over there. We have something to declare. Whatever.
Through it again. She's gonna go insane. No, she's just fine. Well, hello everybody and welcome. You know, actually no, I shouldn't do the intro because this could actually somehow end up not being long enough to be a whole nother video. But if it is, this is the last one for the night.
Baiheng, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person.
Him?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word, even if it requires me to cut down the stars in the sky. Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
It's like, she sounds like she's always on the balance of sadness, anger, and trying to be normal.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations.
She did it twice.
Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, It was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
Remember who you're talking to, kid, before you get your ass kicked again.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Yeah, please.
Why
go,
did you
go
send him
ahead and
away?
leave us.
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you? Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
Let's go.
When I move, it's
Unworthy
like...
of my time. Fleeting light.
Like you never forgot.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame! A blade of moonlight.
Demons, depart!
Nowhere to run! Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Oh my god, shut up. Why is this guy so annoying? God, I get him out of the fucking...
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lune. We have all the time in the world.
I get him out of the damn polls, and I'm gonna be so upset. Like, if he steals my
This sphere
50v50,
still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lune, do you know who crafted it for you?
Take this!
It's been with me ever since my
Stand
exile.
down and I'll spare you.
I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Don't come any closer!
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Rules are made to be broken. You've outstayed your welcome!
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame! A blade of moonlight.
Get them!
Let's make it quick.
Seems you need to experience some hardship. I won't go easy on you.
Somebody help me!
Secret of the Saints!
Let's go. Batter up! Tedious. Fleeting light. Roaring flood.
Leave the rest to me. Calm your body and mind.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Demons, depart!
I'm fine.
You dare attack me?
Stand down and I'll spare you. A blade of moonlight.
You can still walk away.
Immortality.
No immortality.
You
Just
can
none.
continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything.
Man, as she fights, she only gets madder.
But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibitor Lunay's. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Do you remember, out of all of us, you were the closest to him? It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
In your dreams, you see a man with an indistinct face, standing arrogantly and invertedly in front of the gun rack where the cloud piercer is placed. So Blade made it for him?
This spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Yingxing.
You still remember his name. When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training. When I first met him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering all the crafts of the Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the Master Craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep up with you.
So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
Yingxing is still alive?
Of course he's still alive. But he might be better off dead. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to aid Imbibitor Lunay in resurrecting his deceased companion.
So yeah, that's why Jingliu... So yeah, of 5, 3 must suffer the consequences. Jingyuan, obviously, he wasn't part of the whole thing of trying to resurrect Bai Hung. And Bai Hung couldn't be punished because she was dead. There was nothing she could do. But Blade and Dan Hung and their past wives had broken the big law of Xianzhou immortality, and Jingliu, I guess, really doesn't like anyone breaking the law, so she was like, I'm gonna make you pay. But in the meantime, she became Mara-struck and then slaughtered people, and that's why she is the third one to suffer the consequences. Or it could be that this resurrection process was really fucked up the first few times around, and the Bailu was the final outcome, but maybe she suffered a couple of times beforehand? I would much rather have it be that she... I don't want to say that I'm glad that she would suffer, but it would be a better outcome if she suffered, and that's why Jingliu is mad, and not that they just broke the laws, man.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name.
You know, when she says she passed her sword techniques onto him, I'm sure she passed her sword through him that many times.
We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
I mean, I think I did hear somewhere that Blade really hates Jingliu for torture.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance. What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
Man, what in the fuck?
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingliu. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
Ain't no way they're not gonna be throwing hands when they all meet up. Hey, Bailu! We'll go reunite with your friend.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. For a checkup and consultation. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge Waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Dunhung? What a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. Who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucent worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute? Your friend here has a very peculiar condition.
I call it dead.
Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she...
There's no cure.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical records. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her. I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Dunhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. It's around... Hey! Give me back my medicine box!
little taller than Baiwu.
Fast! Don't let it get away!
It's always funny how Baiwu runs. Because Ho-Ho is just a little bit taller than her, but she runs with determination. Oh shit.
Ah! There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! Ah! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady. Stand back. The chill of my sword freezes everything in its path.
I don't think I can do this.
Get them!
Let's go. Tedious.
Whoops.
You can still walk away. Calm your body and mind. You know nothing of the weight behind this. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
All will be revealed.
Man, he's like taking nothing for damage.
In lunar flame! A blade of moonlight.
What, twice? That's not fair.
You need strength!
Batter up! Rules are made to be broken. You've outstayed your welcome! Nowhere to run.
I won't go easy on you.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Demons, depart!
Tedious.
Calm your body and mind.
Don't come any closer!
Move aside, amateurs. Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
All will be revealed. In lunar flame! A blade of moonlight.
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Witness the stars shatter before you. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Nowhere to run!
I can do this! Somebody help me!
Leave the rest to me. I won't go easy on you.
I'm scared!
Stay put!
You need strength!
Stand down and I'll spare you.
There we go. Very good.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long.
She's waiting too long. She was waiting for too long.
Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit. And yet, I still have many unfulfilled wishes, and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence. All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment, and the number of injuries we see has skyrocketed since the Ambrosia Arbor crisis.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression. He also carries a crude sword with him at all times. Have you seen someone like that, Dragon Lady?
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description. He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood, though from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
This can't go well at all. This just can't go well. She wanted this to happen so she could put them all down.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen.
So not that he only brought back Bai Hung, he pretty much started the whole issue of this calamity.
Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunay in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunay. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom. Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away. High Cloud Quintet, it is time to say goodbye.
She's gonna pull out the sword in just a hot second. I don't want to talk to this guy, but Wade coldly looks at you. Oh, of course you do.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jing Yuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jing Yuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others.
Is Bai Hung in the casket, or like... She couldn't be because Baiu's alive.
But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading on a predetermined path. No matter, I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Wait. Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
Wait, if he's asking for her to kill him, then why would he have hatred for her in the first place? If he has been wanting to die this whole time and she tried... Well, actually, I think it's because she tried and she left pain that never goes away. That's why he hates her, is because now he's just actually suffering with more pain.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested
He's going to
in
attack.
drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
Ooh, this
were
cutscene
here
about to be
once,
badass.
700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days could flow indefinitely before us, like a Cienjo lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
She even looked like she didn't want to do that.
A familiar feeling.
God, that cutscene was badass and sad at the same time. And it's like with blue and red, you always know how that goes.
Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying,
Why?
why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer, which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why, in the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave? The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away, like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
You know what I loved about that right there? I don't even think that was a cutscene. I think that was actually just a normal little, that was just a normal little thing right there. Like, that played out normal. That wasn't actually like a cutscene. Oh, we can only talk to her.
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own. Just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibiter Lune.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
And you too.
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
Neither of us can end the other's life. Just give up.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive.
Oh my
For
fucking
now,
god.
I
Fuck
don't
off.
mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
Look, man, you have a valid reason to hate Don Fung, but not Don Hung, okay? Give it up.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did? Goodbye for
I
now,
have to go.
Dan Heng. I hope the next time we meet, it'll be under happier circumstances.
Is everything okay, Don Hung? Jupiter and I heard you received an anonymous letter and we were worried, so we came to check on you, but you weren't in the archives. Did the poker-faced Stalron Hunter Blade give you any trouble again? Don't worry. I just stepped away to enjoy the view. That's a relief, then. By the way, don't forget to head back to the Express early. Himiko said she made coffee for us. Alright. So that was the Jingliu story quest. Well, to be honest, it's more of a Dan Heng, Jingliu, Jingyuan. It's a lot of people's story quest is what that just was. But I think that was a pretty good quest, actually. And I do understand the points of everybody. Like, I understand that Blade was like, yeah, why the hell should we let Bai Hung die? She was someone who just shouldn't die, so shouldn't be dead while all these others are gone and can be coming back. She can't. But it's because she, to be a bit honest, for Jingliu to give a damn about the law is what irritates me, but it's also because she is also saying it's disrespecting the dead, which I understand.
Noise.
I I liked the quest. I really did like the quest. And I think it was very good. I liked a lot of stuff that was in it. And the cutscene at the very end was very good. In my opinion, I think Jingliu just, at this point for her, she's trying to right the wrongs that she made, but she also doesn't really want to make the people that she has to make pay. She doesn't really want to make them pay, but she has to. And then there's this promise that she made with Bai Hung. There's still more to figure out. For now, all we can do is make theories, but I don't think I have the capacity to make the correct theories in a world that I am only like almost 200 episodes in, and even with that, I probably don't know enough. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'll thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time where we continue on with the Arum Alley event, and then maybe we might go step in to either this event or the future market thing just a little bit. So yeah.
'Cause every night